Alright everybody, how's it going here? We're going to go ahead and explore how to use the CME Group's Core span margin calculator here. I'm going to go and dive in and log in real quick. So what you're going to need to do, for those of you that are trading futures and commodity contracts overnight, this works for options as well. In our particular case, it's for futures. It's what I like to do, and basically spreading intermarket spreads. We used to have a tool from CME that was kind of more of a high resource hog, had to download, and they had a whole zip file you had to bring in every day and update. I believe that was more catered to brokers that had API integration as a courtesy to their customers. So what we're going to do here is we have let's say a CME Group login already established. I need you guys to do that. So when I log in, I'm already going to go ahead and log that right in. And once you're signed up, you're going to have your phone number in there. They recommend, if you just heard that little beep in the background or that chirp, they recommend that you have a two-factor authentication through this Duo, some deal there that you see. They guide you through that. That's a one-time thing. You go a little bit through that, slight inconvenience, but it's not that bad. Once you get through there, you want to get to the CME Group, and I don't have that specifically saved as a favorite, as a shortcut, which I should. So I just have a way here where I'll search and then I'll log into my CME Core that way. Once you get to the CME Core portfolio manager, or the risk deal here, this page that I'm at, the margin calculator page, you want to get to the futures section. The default's here, FX option. Highlight here with your mouse and then just click on left click futures and options. You can see here that I have a few portfolios already saved. One of them I was using for our Kansas City spread that we did last week and finished. The volatility helped us out in that, but that's another topic. We can see we have some sample here, hog cattle spread, checking the margins on that, this kind of grains here. We're doing some micro equity, checking to see how what their margins were sitting at for the overnights, for the maintenance, and then a wheat spread, Chicago wheat spread here. So our whole goal is using this tool to get the daily exact margin required for our span margin in our portfolios directly from the source, the CME Group. So what we'll do here is once you do this once or twice, it's very clean and very simple and very quick. I like it. It's much better than what we used to use with their downloaded system. Okay, so you can click on New Portfolio, click on Enter, and in this case you can name it whatever. I'd name it obviously something relative to the margin of what you are trading, the product, excuse me. Let's say in this case we're going to go ahead and we'll pick wheat again. We're going to go ahead and we'll do Chicago wheat. We'll name it this way. So we can, firm account and ID, just put anything there. 1 and 1. I don't care. You kind of need it to move forward with it, I believe. Or no, it is optional on the account ID, but firm ID I think is a requirement. Okay. Now, on the drop down here, product type, very simple. You don't have to second guess. It's just click on futures and options. And then down here, let me move this out of the way. We have this things you can also put, and this is just to help you distinct your account details, depending on if for people that are CTAs or, sort of commodity trading advisors managing other people's money, you can, you have different options here on what you can put to filter your different portfolios. I just pick member and in-house and then hit continue. It's going to now pop up our Chicago wheat portfolio, a blank slate like this to add our trades, because we already put in our portfolio details and now we need to add our trades. So here it's defaulted to future, which is good for us because that's what I want. I'm not playing with options, I'm doing the future. And then what you want to do is come down here and you can type, as you type the product, like a wheat. You can see here there's wheat, there's Kansas City wheat, and then there's other options too in there as you go down with the, Minnesota wheat or whatever, Minneapolis. Okay, so we'll left click here on wheat, and now it brings this. And the period code is going to be very important because let's say in this case I'm looking to, go long the May contract. Everything starts by here, the year and then the month. So we have 2022-05 for May. Left click that. And put call and all this underlying and strike price is not going to highlight because we're on a future contract. But what's very important is next is our net positions here. So because I want to go long, I'm going to put a 1 and without anything in front of it. And I can click on plus or minus to add another line. And then I can quickly left click. And because I'm on this product, it's going to allow me to bring up the next period codes quickly. So say I want to go a couple contract forward and I want to sell the September contract. That's 2022-09. And this one I need to sell, so I need to put -1. Okay? It's very important. I'm going to show you guys how this can mess up, but then for you guys to get the exact figure. Click Add to Preview. Click on Save in Margin Span. It's going to go ahead and add here into our portfolios. Success, your portfolio has been margined. And you can see here that we have our Chicago wheat 2 contract trades with the margin as of here February 26, 2022. It's actually Saturday, $600. If I move this up here, because I'm limited on real estate space on this specific laptop I'm recording on, if you go and see if I left click on any of this like portfolio here, then down here it will show the contracts that are within those positions, that are in that portfolio. So then here you can see. So let's left click back on the Chicago wheat that we created, and we can come in here and see that we have one position that's short on the September contract, and we have a long position on the May contract. I want to show you here, if you edit this quickly and by accident forgot to put that minus sign, what can happen is you won't get your correct margin. It's going to assume your 2 long contracts. So then when you come back up here and click here on the portfolio and remargin that specific portfolio, you're going to see here that it got margined up at $4,900. Obviously, if you divide those two, you'll see that now the margin per contract outright, because you're basically directional on both and you're not hedged anymore, is about $2,500. The reason leading to Chicago wheat right now currently being that expensive on the margin, on the maintenance margin, is because we've had some limit up days here recently with these Russia-Ukraine events. As of the time I'm making this video, late February 2022, that's what's kind of going on. So helped us out in our Kansas City trade we were in here this last week with 3 lots. Really kind of, believe it or not, the calendar spread itself limited up on us overnight. So, and it took us into our target goal that we were desiring. Looks like here you can add some descriptions. I just noticed this and save it, so you can add a little hint there for your note for yourself to if the name of the portfolio doesn't help enough, I suppose. But that's about it. That's all you can do. Now again, you can come in here every day, depending on if you're a money manager or just you're managing your own accounts, maybe a couple different portfolios you have spread across different broker. Make sure you have them all checked off, and then you can respan everything. Span 2 margin analysis it's a test they're doing. I can't explain that. I don't know. I messed with both of them. It gives you the same numbers, I believe. Okay, excuse me there on that part. But and there you have it. So we've refreshed all of our margins in these. We can come in and see, okay, now I know this is what it takes to hold this spread overnight. And you can do this daily. And why it's important, guys, is one, remember, CME is the transparent source for everything in the future and commodity market. 2, we have brokers still out there that don't incentivize the clients with the proper margin tools. Some do, and it's a courtesy because they gather this information every day too from the CME at the end of the day, and they'll have the overnight span margin updated within their platform, and as a courtesy have tools for us traders, depending on the platform, to know what these margin requirements are. Otherwise, you're just getting surprised because half the other brokers don't do it. I don't know why. I'm not going to get into that. But this is the way you can just come in, have your own account at the CME Group, manage your own spreads you want to do before you put on a spread, and you want to make sure that you have the correct amount to spare in your account. You have the right account size to hold that. Also remember that, again, conflicts around the world and weather stuff or whatever can lead to margins changing daily. So you want to always make sure that you're the one on top of your game, you're the one on top of your portfolio, and you know exactly what it's going to require. Don't forget, sometimes brokers make mistakes. So it's important to be able to, and it's happened to me. So it's important to let them know what you know, and then they can fix your portfolio, because they may make the wrong decision, again, depending on your account size, and not have you margined correctly. And then it ends up just becoming a mess. Again, so this is why you want to have the ability to manage your own stuff using this tool. Again, it's called the CME Core. You want to have a CME Core account, and it's the Core Margin Calculator. Very simple to use once you play with it once, twice, 3 times. I mean, it's very simple after that. It's a no-brainer. Again, you can do this with different all futures markets, by the way, and options as well. All right, hope this helped you guys, and everybody have a good weekend out there. Take care.